About a year ago, Kennedy Masinde was living his dream, contributing to building the nation through his work as a biochemist at a sugarcane milling company. But things have changed drastically since then.
We were out of cane. When we say we were out of cane, it means that the existing cane in the market was not sufficient to enable the company to be profitable while maintaining all the stuff. So what happened? They had to close and cease operations.
He has been unemployed since. His story is the same for a number of workers in Kenya, as companies operating here come to terms with a challenging business environment. In recent months, the East African country has introduced a raft of new taxes and economic policies. In the same period, a number of local and multinational firms have announced their closure or exit from the country. German pharmaceutical company Bayer and British pharmaceutical giant GlaxoSmithKline announced they would be scaling down operations in Kenya. U.S. consumer goods manufacturer Procter & Gamble is expected to exit the country. Chocolatier Cadbury is ceasing operations, while Base Titanium, an Australian mining company, announced its exit. GSK will be shifting to the prescription drug and vaccine sector. A number of companies have also raised concerns about new levies and increased taxes, which have impacted their operational costs.
So the tax regime has actually become more unfavorable than it was in previous years. But that's not the whole. That is not the whole case, because we also, there's a global economic slowdown. So really, we're dealing in an environment where multinationals had to make decisions about their profitability and their expansion strategies.
These moves are already sending ripples through the country's economy.
I can say that the business sector has been significantly affected by these changes in both policies and regulations, because they have led to an increase in operational costs. So when you look at the structure of the Kenyan economy, it does not make sense to be able to put such heavy burdens on them when you're actually trying to open up these sectors. So it seems that there's a disconnect between our approach to taxation, to regulation, and the interest of businesses and the capacity of this country to create jobs and keep people in jobs.
In 2023, the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics found that almost 3 million Kenyan adults were out of work. Experts fear that the exit of major manufacturers could exacerbate the country's unemployment crisis.
The first thing the government needs to do is to create stability in the business environment, from a point of view of policies, from a point of view of laws, and specifically the tax levels.
As companies seek to adjust to the new tax policies, experts highlight the importance of striking the balance between investment appeal and tax revenues. The Kenyan government has unveiled plans to revitalize the manufacturing sector by building industrial parks to develop local value chains.
If you look at Rwanda had a strong regulatory reform and improved regulatory practices that enable companies to attract strong labor and build good labor locally, and to attract strong labor globally. You also look at in Uganda. Uganda had an investment promotion program that encouraged investments to flow into the country. That's something we can learn from.
And as the business environment continues to change, workers and employers alike continue to shift and adjust. They worry, however, that without change, businesses may cut more jobs and workers may face rising unemployment. Wilkis Anyabwa, CGTN.